This is a Poeartistry Gold Moment by the author James Lynch.
Hello, Perceptive Reader. This is James Lynch, and I want to share something with you along uh, the lines of my opinion. Okay, since this is my opinion, then of course it won't apply to everyone's line of thinking, of the way that they do certain things. And this is one time I got to tell you, I'm completely okay with somebody saying that they believe or feel differently on this, because this is my opinion. And so, one, what is that? Well, I do believe in life or feel in life. There are catch 22 situations that people get in. And I am one to say that some of these catch 22 situations, you don't go quietly. See, that's just my opinion. Now, I can actually use nice manners of speech. I've used the expressions peaceful protest, which I believe in strongly. And sometimes even in those type of disagreements, your voice may be raised. But you know what? That's just the extent of it. It doesn't mean you go and you damage property or you damage another person, where they say it comes to blows. No, but I still want to emphasize that you don't have to keep your mouth silent either, you see. And I do believe there's just a time for it. And those catch 22s are like that because people who challenge you on such a level and really don't, as you know, I use the expression, have a leg to stand on at all, to use that expression. No reason, no rhyme or reason. It's just more of just what they want to do for their own feelings, for their own personal reasons, you see. And so just because somebody wants to do something, as you know, it doesn't mean that it's advantageous to you, you see. And so that's why I continue to emphasize to you about spirituality and, conscious on that level. And so with that being said, another thought comes to mind that you may express yourself at times, and it's interesting because the ones that you really are directing it to, because that's one reason why kind of a thought come to my mind that Paul used to say that he said that he don't like to direct his blows as if just swinging at the air. And yet that's what the alienation and being an outsider has done for many people today, that really, you may be talking to an individual, but if an individual that you're talking to is still really part of a system, and I don't even have to explain that to the ones who know what I'm talking about, then it's still like you're talking to yourself. You're just you're just swinging at the air. And so what Paul was saying is, as far as when he was preaching, he wanted to preach and affect people, to what they really need, to address what they really needed. And what I'm just saying again is you got to have real people to address what you're talking about. And I know that does require a little bit more elaboration. What I'm still just saying is there's nothing wrong with correspondence and internet and things of that nature. I'm still talking about ones who really do feel like, in general, they just don't, have the type of conversations that they feel that they know they need at times to resolve this. You can even know how to resolve this or that. But if you don't get to correspond with the correct or right person, you just still be on a hamster wheel, turning and turning and turning and get nothing done. So then you find yourself, as I mentioned, in a catch-22 situation. And in those situations, sometimes you're just going to express yourself on a level because I told you, in my opinion, you need to do it, in my opinion, talking for myself, and that's why I do it. But at the same time, it doesn't mean everything you expressing that it may even be for the general public. It may be just for a few who just really doing something messed up to you and your connections. And see, and that's what I'm talking about. People can say whatever they want, but when they cross the line on what I say a Cain-like slander in that way, Cain who killed Abel, and slander that the scriptures talk about, then that type of direct confrontation on persons who may be your relatives or what have you can really destroy relationships over time for persons who don't know, and they also don't really have the means to verify what is being said. And see, I've talked a lot about there's nothing wrong with verifying what somebody is saying. Something else that these people who try to keep the civilization dumbed down and confused don't want you being able to communicate with one another in that way. But it is necessary, and there's really nothing wrong with it. So I just want to share that with you. There are still many good processes in place. There are many efforts persons who are even up in age have done and accomplished. And it was really just being many of the human beings underneath, or walking through the grassroots, that some of them just got too way ahead of themselves on what they were doing, how important they felt they should be in this type of situation or that situation. And again, from what I'm observing, some of them just still don't want to give it up or what have you. Well, the point is, if you already done crossed into somebody else's realm, their sovereignty and stuff like that, no, you don't get to just keep that. You just, go about your business. But see, that's what a lot of people have done. Instead of just being humble or what have you, they try to add more fuel to the fire. And yet, with God's spirit and people who are willing to speak the truth, it acts as a restraining force. And as I mentioned before, if they get too arrogant in that level or what have you, then you still got the angels as well too. So I just wanted to share that with you. Take care.